What's up, you guys? It's James Taylor here, and in this video I'm gonna be going over some ifs functions in Excel. You'll use some ifs functions whenever you want to sum up the values in a range that meets the criteria that you specify. So for example, I'm using the same data sheet that I used in the last video, and let's say we want to sum up the weekly sales for store number 1. I'll put store number 1 here, and then equals sum ifs. Got range. What our range is A, and then our criteria would be 1 for store number 1, and then the sum range would be the weekly sales, because that's what we're adding up. So we'll see with the sum function, sum ifs function, we will see that store number 1 made $222 million in sales, weekly sales total. So let's apply the same thing for store number 2. I'll just drag and drop it down here, and I'm just change this 1 into a 2, and we see that store number 2 outsells store number 1 with $275 million in weekly sales. So now let's say you have multiple criteria you want to meet or satisfy. You will have to use sum ifs function with an S. So for this example, using sum ifs, I'm gonna use the weather. I want to see what's the different how much sales a store makes with different weather conditions. So I'm gonna look up freezing, and then I'm gonna look up hot and see which ones makes the store the most amount of money. So we got our sum range right here. Sum range would be the weekly sales. Criteria 1 range would be the weather. And then what's our criteria? Criteria is going to be freezing. Then for our second criteria range will be the store. And then our criteria would be store number 1. And we'll see here that store number 1 made $67 million in the freezing, when it's freezing outside, and store number 2 will make $89 million when it's freezing outside. Now let's see what it's like whenever it's hot outside. So equals sum ifs, sum range, weekly sales, criteria 1, weather, the criteria, hot outside, and then criteria 2 range, store. What's the criteria? Criteria would be store number 1. And we see a drop off from sales whenever it's hot outside. They make about $25 million whenever it's hot. And for store number 2, they make $46 million whenever it's hot outside. All right. There goes the video. Sum ifs, very important function in Excel, very useful. I'm gonna end the video here. Thank you guys for watching.